2 weeks ago, SmackDown Live presented their first brand-exclusive pay-per-view, and it was a rousing success. Tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, will look to eclipse that same success that SmackDown Live did with Backlash, as tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw presents their first brand-exclusive pay-per-view, The Clash of Champions. Hello, friends. Ridiculously Over Anthony Floyd here with you for our Clash of Champions preview edition of the Wrestling Forum. Delighted to have you with us, and I'm here with the Phenom, Michael Bullock. We're going to be running the show tonight. Michael Fletcher will not be joining us once again. He'll be back with us tomorrow night for the recap. So without any further ado, let's dive on in. And, of course, there is a kickoff match on this show. It's Alicia Fox against Nia Jax. Not really going to get into that. Besides, I think Bullock and I are going to have Nia Jax in that one anyway. So I don't think there's anything really to get into. So we're just gonna dive right into the main card if that's okay. So and no better way to start it off than the final match of the best of 7 series between Sheamus and Cesaro. 3 matches apiece. It's even. Sheamus winning the first 3 matches, and then Cesaro winning the last 3. So we're even now, 3-3. And this is the big one. This is the one that will decide it tomorrow night. And well, we thought it was going to be a back and forth series. We knew it was going to go the distance. We just didn't think it was going to go this way. We didn't think it was going to be somebody was going to go up 3-0, and then the other guy was going to come back and even it up. But that's what's going to happen here. And we've seen it before in real sports. You know, in Major League Baseball, most notably 2004 ALCS. Mr. Bullock's Red Sox against my Yankees came back from 0-3 down, won the series, and then went on to win the World Series. And we all know how that story ended. So apparently that's the same thing they're going to do with Cesaro here. We really thought it was going to be maybe they'll rotate, you know, but I never thought in my wildest dreams Sheamus was going to go up 3-0, and then Cesaro was going to. But I thought from that moment on, when it was 3-0 Sheamus, I thought that Cesaro was going to come back and even the series. Bullock and our other panelists on the show, they pretty much said no way. But I'm the only one who had this one, and even though it's been, you know, some of the matches have been good, I honestly have not enjoyed the way the series has been booked. All of the matches have been good since these two can seemingly have good matches with each other in their sleep. I'm just not a fan of the cheesy, cliche 0-3 comeback. It's been done before and just doesn't entice me. I get the idea behind it, but it's not my cup of tea. Cesaro has taken a massive beating throughout this, and a loss here would be crushing for a lot of fans, especially those in the IWC. While I could see it happening, I think Cesaro will get the win here. If the prize is a Universal title match, Cesaro versus Owens could be a good one-off program for Owens in the title down the line. So with that being said, I've had Cesaro since going down 0-3. I got him doing it. I think he's going to pull the Boston Red Sox here. Cesaro wins this match. It's going to be one of the fights of the night. And I think I don't want to go as far as say I think this is going to be the best fight of the series. I really do. I think they're going to save the best for last here. Just like we saw it in the NBA Finals this year with the Cavs and the Warriors. They saved the best for last after 6 so-so games. So it's going to be a 3.5 to 4-star fight, if I'm going to be real honest. And I think it's going to, and I'll even say it's also going to be a man fight as well. And it's going to be one of the most physical man fights that we'll ever see. So give me Cesaro to complete the Red Sox-like comeback. So Michael Bullock, Cesaro's section extraordinaire. Are you gonna go with your boy to pull the Red Sox comeback, or do you think Sheamus finally stops the bleeding here?
I think Cesaro. I think he pulls off the comeback. I mean, yeah. Ever since Cesaro was down 3-0. I mean, there were times I kept thinking, yeah, Sheamus is gonna win it at some point because, I mean, let's face it, being down 0-3 is not easy. I mean, it's not an easy thing to come back from. Only a few teams in the history of pro sports have done it. I mean, the Flyers have done it against my Bruins in the in the Stanley Cup semifinals, and like you just mentioned, the Red Sox doing it to the Yankees in 04. So I think Cesaro's going to do it. I think he's going to overcome all the injuries, and I think he's going to complete the comeback and finally get a shot at a major WWE title, which is, of course, the Universal title. Because I'll tell you what, this man has deserved a major title shot for a long time, and hasn't. I mean, yeah, he did. I mean, he did compete for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but the thing is, it was in a Money in the Bank ladder match. This would be a straight up one-on-one, and a straight up one-on-one opportunity at a world title is definitely deserving for Sheamus. So I mean, not Sheamus, Cesaro, I should say. So give me the Cesaro to win this, and Gloria, let's move on to our next matchup.
With all due respect, I got to correct you there, Bullock. When Cesaro had his title match, it was inside the Elimination Chamber, not Money in the Bank. So,
oh yeah, I stand corrected.
Yes, that was that Chamber match 2.5 years ago with him, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Christian, and I believe Sheamus was in that too.
But this man has never had a one-on-one opportunity for a world title, and
don't worry, he'll get it. He's gonna get it. I believe it.
I mean, this man has deserved it for so many years, and he gets overlooked so many times.
Right? Come on. I mean,
come on. This man deserves an opportunity, and if you don't give it to him now, I swear I am gonna go off big time.
We're all gonna go off big time because no one has been more.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. If Sheamus wins this, I am going on a major rant when we do our recap.
I'll be there. I'll be right there with you.
Because this man has deserved a one-on-one opportunity at a world title for so many years, and this man, with the talent that he's got, gets overlooked time after time after time, and I'm getting sick of it.
So am I.
Yeah. So to Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, wake the F up and give this man what he rightfully deserves. A one-on-one world title shot.
Well, we'll see. So,
yeah, and if these two Dickelbergs don't pull it off, the gloves are coming off tomorrow night.
Fair enough. I know you got a lot to say on it, but we got time constraints. So with that being said, let's dive into our next match. You'll start it off. Chris Jericho goes one-on-one with Sami Zayn. So Michael Bullock, let's get you back in here. Jericho and Sami Zayn. Your thoughts on this one? Who you like here?
I think this should be another solid fight, and like you said, and like we've seen, I mean the verbal jabs between the two. I mean, Chris Jericho is telling Sami Zayn that he's just jealous of the fact that that Chris Jericho is now the new best friend of Kevin Owens, and basically Sami Zayn's like, you know what? You shouldn't be trusting Kevin Owens because he turned his back on me and stabbed me in the back. Don't think for 1 minute that he'll do the same thing to you. And of course, it's all going to be settled here, of course, come tomorrow night. So who do I got winning this match? As much as I like Sami Zayn and his body of work, I have to go with the veteran Chris Jericho to win this one and to get it done. So Chris Jericho, to me, will win this. Wario, it is yours.
There are several matches that can be penciled in as potential show stealers, and this is one of them. Jericho has been a brilliant heel as of late, and there's really no more sympathetic babyface than Sami Zayn. I think they'll work well together. My big hope is that this will be a multi-match program, so they might as well let Jericho score the first win. So I'm right there with you, Bullock. I got Chris Jericho winning this match as well. I mean, would I be surprised if Sami Zayn won? No, I wouldn't, because he's beaten Jericho before on Monday Night Raw on television in the past. So you never know. But for right now, I got to agree with Bullock on this one. Chris Jericho should win this one. Another one of my top fights of the night for sure. Another 3.5-star fight, easy, no doubt about it. And now we move on to the first of our title matches. and it's the newly cemented Cruiserweight Championship. Champion and winner of the inaugural Cruiserweight Classic, TJ Perkins, going up against the challenger and number one contender, the Brian Kendrick. Of course, the Brian Kendrick, of course, winning a fatal four-way match this past Monday night on Raw to earn this opportunity at TJ Perkins, knocking off Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, and Grand Metalik, the runner-up of the Cruiserweight Classic. So this is another match that I'm looking forward to here. Honestly, I can honestly say this is hands down the match I'm most excited for. TJ Perkins is one of my favorite wrestlers right now, and his run through the Cruiserweight Classic was all sorts of awesome. The Brian Kendrick is also a guy I like, and his new aggressive style is a pleasure to watch. This should be a very interesting contest. Kendrick could win to put the title on a known entity, but I don't think they'd have Perkins win the Cruiserweight Classic just to drop the title in his first main roster bout. I believe they're going to go the route of Kendrick losing here and then playing the angry, grizzled veteran who has to claw his way back to the top. While he does that, Perkins can have some other fun title defenses, maybe against Grand Metalik, maybe against Cedric Alexander, etc. down the line. So in what I think will be one of the top fights of the night yet again, I got TJ Perkins successfully defending the Cruiserweight Championship. So nothing left to say here. Michael Bullock, your thoughts on this Cruiserweight title matchup, TJ Perkins and the Brian Kendrick?
Oh, this is definitely going to be another one of the top fights of the night here at Clash of the Champions. And all I can say is, I've had the chance to see some of the Cruiserweight Classic and, of course, what we saw on Monday night on Raw. And, all I can say is TJ Perkins, his body of work is just so impressive. And there's a reason why he won the Cruiserweight Classic. And Brian Kendrick, of course, he's trying to play the role of trying to like scratch his way back into how he's clawed and scratched his way back into WWE. And yeah, as much as I want to see Brian Kendrick win this, I have to go with TJ Perkins. I love his body of work, and he like I said, he showed everyone why he won the Cruiserweight Classic. So give me TJ Perkins to win and retain the Cruiserweight Championship. So let's move on to our next matchup.
Our next title match for the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championship. Your reigning and defending WWE World Tag Team Champions, The New Day. They're going to be defending against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. New Day going into their, get this, 399th day as tag team champions. Now that we're after midnight here on the East Coast. So Bullock, I ask you as you started off, are the New Day going to make it to 400 days as tag team champions come Raw Monday night? Or are Gallows and Anderson finally going to get their moment in the sun and finally become the Raw tag team champions? So Michael Bullock, you started off.
Well, all I can say is, this rivalry has been pretty much meh, if I'm going to be quite honest. We've had some campy comedy, bull funky nonsense, especially with this whole doctor thing with Gallows and Anderson, which to me, I'll be quite honest, is a little cheesy and a little I don't know how to feel about it, but to me, don't get me wrong, the New Day, they've had an unbelievable run with the tag team championships, but I think it's time to finally put the titles on Gallows and Anderson, because here's a team that I think is most deserving of the tag team championships, and to finally shine when it comes to the tag team division. So give me Gallows and Anderson to become your new Raw WWE World Tag Team Champions. So Florio, it is yours.
When Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson came to the WWE, I had high hopes for this rivalry. The hottest tag team in the WWE in a long, long time against the top tag team from New Japan Pro Wrestling. However, it has been a massive disappointment. The feud has consisted of a lot of bad jokes, lackluster promos, and mostly dull matches. I expected them to do the change at SummerSlam, but since they didn't, I think it happens here. New Day got past the 1-year mark, and it's time to make the change. Plus, the tag titles eventually moving to Enzo and Cass is the right move, so having Gallows and Anderson as the heel team for them to dethrone is a much better option. So, with that being said, I agree with you both once again. Winners and new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So, that's really all there is to say on that. Let's move on to our next championship match. And this is a match that I know Michael Bullock is going to have a major vested interest in. Triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. Women's Champion Charlotte defending against the Boss Sasha Banks and Monday Night Raw's newest Diva signee, Bayley. Yes. Oh boy. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. I guess I should start by saying I wish this match wasn't happening quite yet. I mean, I still think it's maybe a little early, but you know what? The heck with it. I mean, we're getting it here and now. They could have ginned up this feud for 6 months and then given us the three-way dance to settle their issues. Does the WWE generally have a big show in March? I feel like it might. Yeah, here we are. They probably need to move the belt off Charlotte before she starts drawing that X-Pac go-away heat that Michael Bullock, of course, knows very well because he always goes off on Charlotte each and every week when we do our Raw chats. She's been supremely annoying ever since she first won the defunct Divas Championship at this event a year ago when it was Night of Champions. Wooden on promos, unconvincing in the ring, exhibiting way too much of the catty character work that should have been scrapped with the Divas moniker. She is terrible and she needs to be less prominent until she's less terrible. Sasha seemingly rescued us from Charlotte immediately after the brand split, that unforgettable match on Monday Night Raw, that first Raw of the new era. But then she got injured and had to drop the belt at SummerSlam. It seems a little quick for Bayley to climb to the top of the mountain. She's got that Sami Zayn underdog vibe, and that works best with a slow climb like they did in NXT. Yeah, I noticed I'm picking a lot of successful title defenses, and I suspect the WWE wants to have a shock win or two at this event. And you know what? In what I think will be one of the best women's matches of the year, a match that I think could be even better than Sasha and Charlotte's match 2 months ago. I'm going for it. Winner and new Raw Women's Champion, Bayley. I think Bayley's going to do it. I really do. I mean, remember Charlotte was, going into last year against Nikki Bella. I had her winning the title, and look what happened. She won the title, and I got a feeling they're doing the same thing with Bayley. And she is so over right now. She is the most over diva or woman wrestler, superstar, whatever you want to call it. She is the most over woman in WWE, not just Raw, but including SmackDown Live. I mean, no woman is more over than Bayley is. And I think because of that, they have to strap her. I know for some it might be too soon, but I don't care. Bayley wins the title tomorrow night. Michael Bullock, we know how much of a Bayley mark you are, and I don't blame you. I am too. I love this girl, from her days in NXT and that awesome match with Sasha last year, the 5-star classic they had. So let me just say it like this. We know you're a member of the Hugger section. I am too. So does your girl get it done? Is Bayley going to walk out? I mean, you've had Bayley winning the title for the last few weeks now, Bullock. So do you still feel that way? Is Bayley still going to walk out of this event tomorrow night as the new Raw Women's Champion? Yes or no?
My mind cannot and will not be changed. It stays the same as it was when I first said it. Bayley is going to be your new Raw WWE Women's Champion, and I just think she's getting that major push that I think she deserves. And I mean, we saw how she's done in NXT, and we kept begging for weeks and weeks for her to finally get called to the main roster. And the night after SummerSlam, she finally gets called up to the main roster. And it's on Monday Night Raw, and well deserved. I mean, her body of work is just so. I mean, is so good, and I know so many people are continuing to say, "Oh, it's too soon to put the belt on Bayley," but you know what? I don't freaking care. I'm going with Bayley to become your new Raw Women's Champion. She deserves it. Would I be surprised if Sasha Banks regains it? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised, but please, I don't want to see Charlotte retain the women's championship and have to continue that annoying ways as you mentioned in your notes, Florio. So Bayley will be your new Raw Women's Champion. So let's move on to our next matchup.
I believe you started off, Bullock. For the United States Heavyweight Championship, Rusev defends the title against Roman Reigns, a return match from SummerSlam. Now, Bullock, you remember a couple of weeks ago when we were doing our Raw chat, we do our bold predictions, as you know. And it was the night when Roman Reigns went up against Kevin Owens. And I said, what did I tell you? I said that Roman Reigns was going to lose that match, and it was going to be because of Rusev. Did I not? And look what happened. We've got Rusev and Roman Reigns one more time for the United States Heavyweight Championship. So, Bullock, I ask you, does Rusev's U.S. title run continue, or does Roman Reigns become the new United States Heavyweight Champion tomorrow night? So, Bullock, Rusev and Roman Reigns for the U.S. Heavyweight title.
Well, what can you say about it? It's been back and forth when it comes to Rusev and Roman Reigns with their rivalry. And of course, it all started with the Roman Reigns crashing the celebration of the wedding for Lana and Rusev, and it's gone back and forth. And of course, first time they met at SummerSlam, they it ended in a count out and or a double count out, and
match never even got started.
Oh yeah, that's right. That the match never even got started, and well, let's just only hope this time we get a little something out of this, because I think this match deserves to go a little, longer than what we saw at SummerSlam. So, but in the end, I have to go with Rusev to retain the United States Championship, because I know some people are probably going to, because I know some people will be, the IWC will probably be upset if they put the U.S. Championship around Roman Reigns, and so Rusev to me is going to still be your United States Heavyweight Championship. So Florio, it is yours.
Who'd you have there, Bullock? I got a little sidetracked.
I had Rusev winning it.
I got Rusev. Oh, that's right. You have Rusev. That's right. All right. Okay. This is the toughest one to call, if I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm certain Roman wins here because he's been coming up short since the wellness violation, and Vince can't stay mad at one of his golden boys forever. Especially when Reigns is delivering in the ring, which he is, because he's had some very good matches over the last couple of months. Against the likes of Finn Balor, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, just to name a few. Whether Roman's win is clean or not is another matter. I can see him winning as a disqualification, so he wins the match, but not the title. But I can also see him just winning the belt to give the U.S. title some major focus. The U.S. and Intercontinental Championship should be the work rate belts anyway. Those are the straps that should be defended on every single show, like the U.S. belt was under the reign of John Cena last year. Make them TV titles. To get that concept over, you need a top guy, and Roman, of course, is the guy. So, with that being said, I gotta respectfully disagree with you, Bullock. I got the winner and new United States Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns wins the belt tomorrow night in what I think will be another great match on this event. And now to the main event of the evening for the WWE Universal Championship. Champion Kevin Owens defending against Seth Rollins. Wow. I'm going to be real honest. This to me is the fight of the night right here. even though I'm the most excited about the Cruiserweight match because of my love affair with the Cruiserweight Classic, this, to me, I think will be the show stealer of the night. This will be the fight of the night. I got this as a 4 to 4.25, maybe 4.5 star bout because of these two guys' body of work. Of course, we know what happened. It was about a month ago on Monday Night Raw in Houston. We'll never forget it. The Monday Night Raw match of the year, that fatal four-way match for the US, but that fatal four-way elimination match for the Universal Championship, which was vacated by Finn Balor. You remember at SummerSlam, Finn Balor initially won the title. He beat Seth Rollins in that inaugural match, which ended up being the second best match of SummerSlam, only behind that 5-star bout with Cena and Styles. But 24 hours later, Finn Balor had no choice but to relinquish the title because of a severe shoulder injury that he suffered in the bout. And 8 nights later on Monday night, and then the following week on Monday Night Raw in Houston, Texas, at the Toyota Center, what happened was a fatal four-way match was booked. It was Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, and a very surprise entrant in Big Cass. Big Cass, of course, the first eliminated, and then Triple H, pretty much. I mean, the match was on its way to being a 5-star classic, and then what happened? Triple H returns and ruins the match. He pedigrees Roman Reigns, obviously payback for WrestleMania after Roman took the WWE World Title from him in Jerry World, and then from there, that eliminated Reigns, and then we all thought Rollins was going to win the belt because of Rollins' allegiance with the Authority. No, Triple H turns on Seth Rollins, hits him with a pedigree, and literally hands the Universal Championship to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens wins the title in what was a 4.5-star bout and easily the best match on Monday Night Raw this year. So the big question is, does Kevin Owens' reign continue, or does Seth Rollins finally get his moment and becomes Universal Champion? These guys have ring history that goes back almost a decade. They fought multiple times in Ring of Honor and should put on a stellar performance here. They've already got ring chemistry. If you like watching good wrestling matches, this one is about as close to a sure thing as it gets. I don't think it matters who wins per se. They could tell a good story either way. Yet I suspect Owens is going to escape with his belt, most likely because Triple H is due to make another appearance. That loose end has been dangling long enough. Owens is going to be Tripp's guy. I suspect this causes marital tension with Steph, who then decides to get her own guy. Maybe Roman Reigns or even Seth Rollins. I don't know. That leaves, it could leave Rollins with no backer except for the people. You don't hit a flying cross body off the top of a steel cage on the both of Raw's heel champs unless you're heading to the face side of the street. If they really want to be blatant about it, Rollins can start wearing his all-white ring attire. In fact, sub-question for the comments section. Will Rollins break out the all-whites for this match? Anywho, Triple H should stop sticking his nose into their business, which no doubt will leave Michael Cole beyond shock. I still expect a great match despite that, and I still think it's going to be the fight of the night. But nonetheless, to me, the winner of this match and still WWE Universal Champion, Fight Owens Fight, Kevin Owens, walks out with the top prize of Monday Night Raw. Michael Bullock, main event time. Does Kevin Owens successfully defend the title, or is Seth Rollins going to become the new and third Universal Champion of Monday Night Raw?
Boy, I mean, like you said, I think this is going to be the fight of the night, and I think this could be a very, very good match. But I do agree. I mean, I think Kevin Owens is going to retain the WWE Universal Championship. And why? Because I think we're going to see interference from Triple H, and I mean, because there are reports that Triple H is going to return at Clash of the Champions, and you know he's going to screw Seth Rollins again, and he's probably going to say, "Hey, Kevin Owens is my guy now," and he is the man. And you know what, Florio? I think I'm going to take it a step further regarding this. I think Triple H is somehow going to become the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. I mean, why the heck did you think he appeared on Raw and gave Mick Foley that look after he screwed both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins? And after what we saw what Stephanie McMahon said to Seth Rollins, I mean, I mean, that's my bold prediction. Not only do I think Kevin Owens is going to be still be the Universal Championship, but I think come Monday night on Raw, I think something's going to happen with Mick Foley, and Triple H is going to become the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. And of course, you know what that means. The return of the Authority. I mean, you know how much I love that. Yeah, right. Up my freaking ass. So Kevin Owens wins it. Florio, let's just move on.
So what's your overall excitement level for this pay-per-view, Bullock, going into this? So how do you think it's going to play out tomorrow night?
I think this should be a really good Clash of Champions pay-per-view / WWE Network specials. I mean, all the matches on the main card, I mean, look really good. I mean, it's a good thing that Alicia Fox Nia Jax match is going to be on the kickoff show, because if this was on the main card, I mean, it would have taken some of the excitement away. Not all of it, but some of it. I mean, you're looking at an awesome fight of the night for the WWE Universal Championship. I'm also looking forward to that Cruiserweight Championship match with T.J. Perkins and Brian Kendrick. Rusev and Roman Reigns, that should be a good match. I think it's going to be way better than what we saw at SummerSlam, when the match never really got going. But to me, I mean, with the way the card is booked, I think we're looking at maybe a solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10, if I'm going to be quite honest. So Florio, I mean, what are your thoughts on this Clash of Champions pay-per-view / WWE Network special?
I'm right there with you. 8 to 8.5 out of 10, no question about it. I mean, every match on this show is really good, and you got potential for show stealers across the board, and stacked card from Raw. Quality up and down the lineup. With a variety of intriguing contests. Of the matches named for the main show, there's only the tag title contest that might be a damp squib. Everything else should be fiery good. If a couple of the matches, women's and main event, really take off, we could even have a show of the year contender. How's about that brand split? So, yeah, I'm fairly excited for the card. Raw has a more deeper and talented roster than SmackDown Live, so it should be more entertaining than Backlash was. Feuds have been built up better, and there's more continuity throughout the show. Given the nightmare known as SummerSlam, this could be a step in the right direction for the Raw brands. So yeah, I'm right there with you. So 8 to 8.5 is definitely my interest level for this event. So, all right, that'll put the bow on this special edition of the Wrestling Forum. We want to thank you all so very much for tuning in, and of course, check out Clash of the Champions tomorrow night. Kickoff show at 7, main show at 8 o'clock on the WWE Network. It'll be live from the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, the home of the Indiana Pacers. So that'll do it for this. So until, we'll be back with you tomorrow night when we recap the Clash of the Champions event. I'll be here. Bullock will be here. Hopefully we'll have Michael Fletcher, maybe Dee Dee Woodson. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, we're going to wrap it up here. So until tomorrow night for our Clash of the Champions recap, you've been watching the preview of Clash of Champions right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube.com. For now, ridiculously over Anthony Florio, for the Phenom Michael Bullock. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah, throw it up Fortune 4 style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday. Enjoy the football, and then enjoy the Clash of the Champions. And remember, no matter what anyone tells you, wrestling is indeed actually real. Good night, everybody.